good to go. Alright, I'm going to be doing a basic build for, say, like a beginner, showing what kind of tools you need, what's all involved in building a coil for a dripper. Today I'll be doing a build on a tugboat, which is available here at Moon Vapes. Basically, you're going to need a screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, a pair of wire cutters. The slant wire cutters work best, but you can get away with using regular ones. Tweezers, and today we're going to be using some 26 gauge Kanthal, and I'll be wrapping that around a 1/8 inch drill bit, but I'm not going to use the drill bit. I'm actually going to use a screwdriver, which is about the same size as that 1/8 inch drill bit. So alright, let's see here. Alright, here's your screwdriver. I like to place one in one of the leads and hold it with my thumb like that. And for this build, I'm going to try to get to be about 0.5 range. I don't want to go too low, and you don't want to go too low with your first builds. You got to vape safe, using right batteries. Like I'm going to be using a 35 amp EFS battery. So let's see, I'm going to do, let's do 8 wraps. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You don't have to count them like I did, but minus our first initial rep that we did there. What's also nice about doing it on a screwdriver is you can take your tweezers, you can compress the coil down a little bit, get it all nice, and then cut one of the leads off shorter, and then we can leave it on that screwdriver. So grab another screwdriver, same size. We're going to repeat the same process over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Same thing again. Put one of them off shorter. Alright, so we have our coils built and they're on our screwdrivers. Now we can place them onto the RDA. I like to face the one where the coil goes underneath. I like to put that on the negative post, and the one that goes over the top, I like to put it on the center post, which is the positive post. So let's see here. Make sure I loosen up all the screws here. Alright, so put the longer lead in first, which is going in the center. Shorter lead, which is the negative, in the negative. What's also nice about screwdrivers like this, using two, you can leave it on the RDA like that. I'll go ahead and tighten up the negative post right here. Alright. We can trim it off. Alright. Same thing on the other side. This one you have to maybe mess with it around a little bit to get your wire situated. Because you want to be able to trim those center leads off after you get done. I like to go underneath the screwdriver on both sides. So you can leave the same amount of length there on both sides. Give that tighten down there. Alright. Now we can tighten down the center post. can pull your screwdriver out. And we can clip the rest of these wires off here. And the extra leads you have, they're sticking out. I like to push around over to the side of the post. On the back side of these, I push your lead wire up. These just over. I'm gonna make sure we don't have any shorts. And now we can clean this up a little bit. That's reading a 0.57, so not too low, not too high. Should vape pretty good. I'll now put it on a mod, heat the coil up. This is a vanilla mod. Give it a test fire here. See how they're lighting up kind of sporadic there? We want to heat them coils up, and then tweezers. Don't do it while you're holding the button down, of course, and then we want to squeeze those together. Squeeze them together. What you want is just a nice glow from the inside out. Just like that. And that's just a basic coil anybody could probably do if they have a little skill with their hands. Not very hard. Get you on the right road to dripping. And then I'll show you how to wick it up now. I always like to put it back on my ohm meter. You also need an ohm meter. I use a 100% organic cotton. This is probably the most important part of the whole thing, is wicking it correctly. You can't just go shoving a bunch of cotton in there. You got to leave some room for your airflow. But I unroll the cotton ball off like that. I'll be using a piece about maybe that big. And then I'll kind of flatten it, pull a little excess there off. I'll cut that down the middle. And we'll roll that up. Go through the coil there. Kind of spin it while you put it through. You want to leave it loose where it's got room to move in the coil like that there. So I'll repeat that on the other side. Alright, so there's our cottons in there. Leave about maybe about ½ inch or so on both sides. That's a little long there. I'll come my way out really fucking good. Alright, so wicked up. First time, get your juice. I'll be using some Juice Junkies. Some Grape 8. I like to soak the wick down a little bit there. Put a little down in the juice well. Then take your flathead screwdriver, and then how we want to do this is I want to pull this one around like this and tuck underneath the coil there. Hard to do it backwards. Same thing on the other side, just round. Tuck it underneath. Like I said earlier, this is probably the most important part. So you leave you a little gap underneath the coil there for airflow. Okay. Alright, so you got a finished product there. And we can put some more juice on there. The cotton will suck it right on up. Alright, let's give it a shot. You already have your top cap, you got your airflow. We want to line those directly up with the coils on either side. So kind of just judge where it is there, push it on. Give her a rip. Pretty good. Not bad.